Well, welcome to Throwback Thursdays, something I've been wanting to do for a while. We actually wanted to start this channel last year, and I just never got around to it. So we're going to start doing some videos on Thursdays and kind of show you where we came from, what our thoughts were when we decided to do this little adventure, and just kind of a little background history on us. This is actually our home that we pretty much built from scratch, one way or the other.
When they ask what on earth is going on,
We had 6 acres here, and over 5 of it was pasture grass. The back part of the property we left go kind of natural. I can remember walking up and down this lane when these trees weren't any taller than my shoulders. Put a lot of work into this property over the years, pulling and picking rocks.
sip you slow then repeat. You're the habit I thought I could be, but old-fashioned love's got a hold on me.
Just kind of spending our last evenings here on the property. And I wanted to get some good aerial footage of the property before we left.
Baby, I don't care.
Gonna miss some of the neighbors down here, that's for sure. We had some really good neighbors.
Between holding your
Got
hand
Lynn down here in the trees, him and his wife Carol. The back side of the property,
be something that could stick.
and a little fire pit back there.
I put my money down on
Played plenty of croquet on the back, just for fun.
me. Our love is like an old
With all the trees that we had here on the property, we had tons of animals, anything from pheasants. We had tons of deer. Would literally come up on our back porch area and our front lawn.
sip you slow.
The wildlife was pretty thick down here. It was very enjoyable.
Thought I could be, but old-fashioned love's got a hold on me.
But as you well know, if you have any kind of property all that's very big during the summer months, you are really married to your property to try to maintain it. Used to love to walk up and down this lane in the evening. Kind of felt like you were on your own little resort.
Been around enough to know that what this world really means.
And I am sure you've noticed we got a little guy that follows us around everywhere we go. This is Thomas. Just barely started to walk this time last year. He's actually our grandson. My stepdaughter, through circumstances, we've actually ended up with him. And he has just been an absolute blessing to our family. We love him every minute, and boy, let me tell you, he's got the life. I've got to tell you, I really don't miss maintaining the property yet. When we left this property, we had approximately somewhere around 2,500 trees. About 2/3 of those trees on the forward part of the property. Twice a month, I would weed whack around every single one of them. I'd weed whack all the little gravity ditches that we have, and we mowed the pasture out there just because I liked it looking nice, and so did my wife. There's just some of the wildlife we used to have all the time around us. Used to feed the deer apples, and we always had plenty of feed out for the wild birds. Thomas out enjoying exactly what he loves to do, play in the water and the mud. This is where he probably learned it, so I'm guilty. I'm telling you though, the sunsets on the property in the evening were always beautiful. Well, off the property for the last time, we decided to go on down to Hagerman, Idaho. We wanted to stay along the Snake River, and we ended up at the Rustic Edge. And boy, let me tell you, what a beautiful little park. Can't ask for nicer people. The hosts that are here, that are right here in this Alliance trailer, Mike and Liz that are owners, they built this place from the ground up, including that cabin from scratch. Yeah, we just couldn't have picked a better place before we decided to head north. We wanted to stick around for the 4th of July while my sister and my My niece visited us for the 4th, and man, oh man, was this a beautiful little park to stay in. Very, very peaceful. Just couldn't believe it. You can see back here they got their own little pond, and they got covered picnic area back here. They allow people to put on weddings and family gatherings, and you can bring in your own caterers and stuff. And you know, even for the 4th of July when we were here, you know, they fed us hamburgers and hot dogs, and just absolutely great hosts for an RV park. So I got up a little early this morning and videoed this. They usually have that little water wheel running all day long, but maybe on the next video we'll catch that. But really nice place to stay. Nice, kind of up and about before most people were up, so I wanted to get my flying in early. Figured the only way you could actually see this park really good is from an aerial shot. You could have your own little wet bar in there if you'd like, if you wanted to come down here and throw a little party. Over here on the other side of the road, they plan on putting in more RV spots. Now, we haven't been down there this year, so he might have already started on it, but we have noticed they parked quite a few campers over there when the main park is full, so it's dry camping over there, obviously, probably. But anyway, yeah, that's the Rustic Edge. Little evening drive down to the Snake River, down to what they call Ritter Island. Used to be a judge that lived on this island here. Now it's been all given to a nature preserve down here for the birds. Very beautiful place down here. All spring water. And if you enjoy fishing, it's a beautiful place to come fishing too in the evening. A lot of people come down here and do fly fishing. Enjoyed this area for many years. Grew up in Twin Falls, Idaho, and we used to do a lot of boating down here, so we spent a lot of time in this water down here, swimming. Just a little ways up the river from here is a place that's pretty famous to go to. It's called Hart Springs. There's a spring that comes up from the bottom of the river and boils, and it's just blue as can be, and the sand is just boiling under your feet. So if you're ever in the area, it's a great place to go visit. I would highly recommend it. Plenty of places to rent kayaks. This place down here is actually considered Thousand Springs for all the springs that come out of the canyon wall down here. The park down here on the right side, other than Ritter Island, is actually an Idaho power plant, and they have a little park down here for you to come down and enjoy yourself. A little bit closer down here to the power plant, you'll actually see where they catch all the water coming out of the canyon walls and divert it through the power plant. I actually miss my kayaks. We ended up getting rid of them last year. They were a little bit difficult to carry with everything else that we had, so we went to some really nice paddle boards instead, the inflatable ones. This is actually definitely a place I'd like to come back and bring our paddle boards to. This would be a lot of fun to paddleboard on. My sister that I'm actually with down here this evening, and she's got a paddleboard, and she told me all about it. So it didn't take us too long into last summer before we decided that rigid kayaks was not the way to go if you're traveling a lot. Well, that about sums it up for our little recap of last year for Throwback Thursdays. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video and kind of understand now where we're coming from. And we still haven't exactly figured out what we're going to do yet, but hey, we're still having fun. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to share with you where we've came from and where we're going. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and leave us a comment. Tell us what you'd like to see more of or less of. Thank you very much for watching. So until next time, we'll catch you on down the road.